Hello Virgo, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Virgo, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it, and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Virgo, let's get started. How does Virgo currently view this relationship? All right, Virgo, so we do have the Three of Swords, okay? We also have the Nine of Wands, and then we also have the Hierophant out here, okay? Virgo, I feel like you're scared, okay? I feel like you're scared of getting your heart broken by this person that you currently find yourself connecting with. I feel like you're scared that, one day this person's gonna betray you and deceive you in some way, shape, and or form. And because you're so scared, it kind of looks like you've been extremely guarded within your relationship with this person that you currently find yourself connecting with. Okay. I am definitely getting that you find it remotely impossible to lower your guard down with this person and, feel safe and secure within your relationship with them. I do feel like you find that to be like remotely impossible. I am also getting that as well. Somebody actually had a similar message to this, but for the life of me, I forgot who it was. But let's look at this person. How does this person currently view this relationship? Okay. So we have the Justice card, we have the Devil, and then we also have the Eight of Cups, so the Hangman. You could be dealing with a Libra, possibly a Capricorn, maybe even a Scorpio, possibly even a Pisces or a Cancer. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case though. Okay. In regards to how this person's currently viewing their relationship with you, this entire situation between the two of y'all has not been going in this person's favor. And I feel like this person's kind of getting sick and tired of it, Virgo. I do want to look at the Justice card, and then we'll continue breaking these energies down. Tell me more about the Justice card. Okay. Well, your person comes off to me as like a very, simple individual. Nothing wrong with that. I just feel like this person just wants to be happy, and they're currently not happy within their relationship with you. And I feel like they've just been fighting, to like reach this level of like happiness within their relationship with you that they find it remotely impossible to obtain, let alone reach. I'm also getting that this person truly wanted this dynamic between the two of you to be a successful marriage and a relationship, but when it comes down to the direction in which this dynamic is heading in, they don't necessarily feel like this relationship between the two of you is going to work out, let alone last. And this is just them, kind of going based off of the way things between the two of you have essentially been as of lately. No matter how much this person wants to be happy with you, no matter how much this person just wants to be happy in general, no matter how much they may want this relationship to be a successful relationship, they just don't feel like it's ever going to happen due to like whatever has been going on here between the two of you. It's like this person feels like they kind of have like their hands tied behind their back. Like there's nothing that they can say and or do at this point. Yeah. Okay. How does Virgo currently feel? Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles, we got the Lovers out here, and then we also have the World. Okay. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Three of Wands, all right? We also have the Two of Swords. We also have the Six of Pentacles. Interesting with the King of Pentacles. And then we have the High Priestess. True pair situation between you and this person. We do have the High Priestess to the Hierophant, the Queen of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. I feel like this is definitely like a mutual feeling. I feel like Virgo, this relationship is like the best thing that could have ever happened to you, but it's also like the worst thing that could have ever happened to you. It's like you look at this person like they're the man and a woman of your dreams, but you also look at this person like they're like your biggest nightmare come true. It's like a combo of both. It's basically what I'm getting, Virgo. It's a combo of both. It's like you look at this person like they're the best thing that could have ever happened to you / worst thing that could have ever happened to you. Okay. In regards to Okay, in regards to how you're currently feeling, a lot of you feel like you would find yourself feeling far more safe and secure within your relationship with this person if this person over here would just change. I'm not entirely sure what it is that you want this person to change about themselves per se. I do feel like it's, something that you more than likely kind of conveyed to this person already, but a lot of you feel like you would feel more safe and secure, within your relationship with this person if this person were to just stop doing this, if they would just stop doing that, or if they would just start doing this and start doing that, because there is a lack of change on this person's behalf. It has you essentially feeling like you're going to forever find yourself feeling this way within your relationship with this person because they refuse to essentially change. Now, it kind of looks like you've been patiently waiting for this person to change and become the person that you need them to essentially become in order for you to feel safe and secure within your relationship with this person. But it kind of looks like that day has yet to essentially come as far as like them changing is concerned, which kind of has you questioning, are you kind of wasting your time here by sitting around and waiting for this person to change? I am definitely getting that because it kind of looks like you've been waiting for quite some time now for this person to change, but they haven't. So it kind of has you questioning, like, are you really sitting around just waiting for somebody to change who has zero intentions of changing? Okay, let's look at this person. How does this person, okay, currently feel? We have the Emperor, we have the King of Cups, and then we also have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody had a freaking similar message to this, but for the life of me, I forgot who it was. But in regards to how this person's currently feeling, let's just start off with the simple fact that you're dealing with somebody who harnesses King of Cups energy. So that's telling me that this person's extremely emotionally invested when it comes down to in the relationship that they share with you. I feel like what makes this entire situation for them extremely frustrating is because they really, really want, this relationship to be a successful relationship. They really, really want, this dynamic between the two of you to work, and they freaking hate that they feel like this dynamic between the two of you is going left and it's completely and utterly out of their control. Like, that's what really sucks the most, I would say, for this person, is that they find themselves in a situation that's completely and utterly out of their control. Now, with the Emperor coming out here, because this person does harness Emperor energy, so let's talk about it. An Emperor is that type of person that when they see something that they want, they're very determined to get what it is that they essentially want. And in this case, what they want is that happily ever after with you. And they're very determined to make that happen. Like, even though this person finds themselves, experiencing one roadblock after another within this dynamic that they share with you, they're still very much so determined, right, to manifest and create what it is that they want with you into fruition, which is like this happily ever after. I do feel like, due to the amount of roadblocks this person has been, running into throughout the course of their relationship with you, it has definitely discouraged them a little bit along the way. But as far as it influencing this person to just outright give up and just be like, you know what, I give up, that's it, I'm walking away, I wouldn't go as far as to say all of that. It kind of looks like they still have like a very strong and intense desire to manifest and create what it is that they want with you into fruition. So I wouldn't look at this energy as like them giving up or anything like that, because I'm not getting that. I do kind of feel far more like an energy of like defeat with them. Like, they might feel defeated right now and feel like they're never going to get the outcome that they want with you. But are they, going to turn around and pick themselves back up and keep trying to make this relationship between the two of you work? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. What actions? This is, okay, how do I say this? I feel like the solution to this person's problem that they have with you is very simple. It is very simple. It's not complicated by any means. It's very simple. It looks like, in order for you to feel safe and secure within your relationship with this person, which I feel like the fact that you don't feel safe and secure is what has caused so much issues between you and this person. But more of the story is that the solution to this person's problem, it's like staring them in the face. You know what I mean? It's just, they just don't see it. It's kind of like going over their head like a carry-on bag is like the best way I could describe it. It kind of looks like all they need to do in this entire situation is change. Nothing more, nothing less, is change. And I think that that will solve, like, you know, the problems that this person essentially has, you know, with you. But that's the one thing I don't see this person do. Like, I see this person doing everything else but that, changing. um so because they're doing everything else but changing, this is kind of why they continue to find themselves going through the same old with you, is because they're doing everything under the sun to make this relationship work, but the one thing that they do need to essentially do, which is change. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands for you in regards to how you plan on moving forward. We also have the Judgment card, and then we also have the Ace of Cups. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Fool. Okay, and then we also have the Five of Pentacles. Before I open my mouth and say anything, I do want to like confirm something really quickly here. Tell me more about the Ace of Cups. Okay. All right, so Virgo, I'm getting like a few things here. Yeah, I'm kind of getting a few things here. For some of you, you could find yourself meeting somebody fairly new. And this fairly new person may not treat you the way that this person treats you. They may not make you feel the way that this person to the right of me makes you feel. Which is kind of causing you to fall into this energy of essentially feeling like, you see, the grass is greener on the other side. Because look, you know, this person doesn't make me feel the way that this person makes me feel. They don't treat me the way that this person treats me. Like, see, the grass is greener on the other side. What could also be happening, Virgo, is that you could very well be witnessing you could be witnessing, you know, other people within, like, you know, their marriages and their relationships, and you can see how happy they are and how, you know, safe and secure they essentially feel, you know, with one another. And that could very well be causing you to essentially feel like, you know, you see, the grass is greener on the other side. I mean, because look, you know, there was somebody who makes them feel safe and secure. There was somebody who makes them feel safe and secure. Look, they trust each other. So yeah, I guess the grass is greener on the other side, because look, if they could be able to have a relationship like that, so can I. Maybe not with this person, but possibly with somebody else. But I just kind of feel like something's happening in your life that's causing you to think that the grass is green on the other side, whether it's you witnessing a married couple, you know, who feel extremely safe and secure with one another, and it's causing you to feel like, you see, the grass is green on the other side, because if they can have that, you know, so can I. Maybe not with this person, maybe with somebody else, but if they can, it's like you're seeing that it is essentially possible for you to have what either these other married couples have, other people in relationships have, or there's somebody new showing up in your life that's treating you in ways that this person doesn't treat you, is making you feel ways that this person doesn't make you feel, which is causing you to feel like, you see, the grass is green on the other side. It just could even be you know, on social media, where you see like these like happy couples, or, you know, married couples, and you see, you know, how they are with each other, and it has you essentially feeling like, wow, if they can have it, so can I. You know what I mean? Maybe I just have to make better choices when it comes down to love. You know, maybe I just have to do this. Maybe I just have to do that. Like, I just kind of feel like something's highlighting to you that what you truly want does actually exist. You're just currently not getting it from the person you want it from, if that makes any sense. Okay, what actions? All right, so we have the King of Swords, we have the Page of Pentacles, and then we also have the Five of Swords. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Ten of Swords, and then we also have the High Priestess, and then we also have the Two of Swords. Okay. All right. In regards to how this person, plans on moving forward, see, it's like the problem, or like the solution to their problem, it's like staring them like in the face. They just don't see it, and I feel like by the time they do, it might just be too late, is kind of what I'm gathering. Because I feel like you're conveying to this person how this relationship makes you feel, how they essentially make you feel, and it's just going over this person's head like a carry-on bag. You know what I mean? Instead of them changing what you need them to essentially change about themselves, or working on whatever it is that you need them to essentially work on, It's like this person, again, it's like they're choosing to do everything else but that. You know what I mean? Is basically what I'm gathering. And I feel like by the time they realize that, oh, like the reason why this is happening with us is because I need to stop doing this. I need to stop doing that. I need to start doing this. I need to start doing that. But I feel like by the time they realize it, it's like you're going to be so fed up and over the situation. When they do turn around and change, you're not going to really want anything to do with them. Because at the end of the day, this whole you waiting for this person to change, they'll eventually change, because I am definitely getting, they'll eventually change and become who you want them to essentially become. But I feel like by the time they do, it's like you've already waited as long as you did. You've already went through the amount of things that you went through with this person. You're going to be so over it. It's just not even funny. You're just going to be so over it. It's not even funny. And to make matters worse, either there's somebody new coming along that's treating you in ways that they don't essentially treat you, and it's highlighting to you like, wow, they definitely don't, do this, for you. They definitely don't do that for you. Like, it's just, either somebody new is coming along and it's kind of opening your eyes, or you're seeing something on social media, or you're friends with somebody who's married or in a relationship, and you see how they are and how their marriage is and how their relationship is, and it's just highlighting to you like, damn, like, you don't really have that. And these are things that you truly want and desire to have in your life. And as much as you may want those things with this person, it's being highlighted to you that may not ever happen. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that may not ever happen, because I do see it eventually happening. The problem is that by the time they do change, and by the time they do, realize that they need to stop doing this and stop doing that and work on this and work on that, I just feel like it's just going to be too late, because you've already waited as long as you waited. You've already gave them chance after chance. You know what I mean? Like, by the time they realize that, oh, this is all that it takes to make this work, it's going to be too late. You're not gonna care enough, for this, dynamic at that point. You're just gonna up and go and just up and leave. So you'll eventually get what you want, because it's not like you're never going to get what you want out of this person. You're going to eventually get what it is that you want, Virgo. It's just going to happen when you're over it and you don't care for this, marriage or relationship anymore. That's the, unfortunate part. Now, of course, could things turn around in this entire situation? Yeah, but it does kind of require this person to do what they have to do on their behalf. But if they choose not to and they wait until the last minute, then they wait until the last minute. It's just that simple, like they could have, they do have, the chance and the opportunity to turn this entire situation around, but it kind of depends on them. If they choose to wait until the last minute, then they're screwed. If they choose to get it together before you reach that breaking point, then all right, things could definitely work out. But if they choose to wait until the last minute, which I do see them doing, they're screwed. They're basically screwed. It's not going to really matter to you, that they're changing. It's not going to matter to you that, they're doing what you want them to do now. None of those things are going to matter to you. You're going to be so over it, it's not even funny. You're not going to care for it anymore, So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.